That's step number one. Not even drink a glass of water.
Right. That's true. That's true. Well, yeah. So I think there's a lot of confusion out there on the blending between, what I called traditional medicine and Sara-Chana shot me down and what we use now is modern medicine, as she corrected me, and that traditional medicine came from herbs and things like that, which to some degree I think is true, because a lot of what we have was derived from, original herbs and you look at aspirin, that's a natural thing. So I think there's something to that. I think you can take it too far, and she wasn't doing this, but there are people who will shun modern medicine.
I think that there are people that they are too quick to just accept the modern pharmaceutical solution to their problem, right? Yep. They're way too quick to do it. They want an easy magic pill, and they take it regardless of the side effects, or in fact, without even concerning themselves with the possibility of a side effect.
Okay.
There are also people that they're crazy, and they think that plants are going to solve all their problems, and that they never need to, that they could avoid surgery by,
right,
sitting in the right moonlight.
Well,
on a certain day
I think it was
year.
an interesting discussion. So I'm looking forward to talking to somebody who's a homeopath and who, I don't think she called herself a nutritionist, but what did she call herself? An herbalist?
Yes.
Herbalist?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. Why are you looking at me funny?
Well, because you do that sometimes. You're like, I'm looking forward to talking to. We just did. I think you get I wonder if you're an undercover time traveler. You'll be like, I can't remember if this is the point. Is this the point in the movie where we are getting ready to interview her or not?
Do the introduction. Do the introduction.
This isn't even when we do the introduction.
What are you talking about?
This is the takeaway part of the episode.
No, isn't.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You remember how you started and said my takeaways are?
Okay.
I'm keeping all that in.
I thought you were.
My takeaways are: you need an 8 hours night of sleep.
Well, all right. So my takeaways are several. One is that I went in, as I said, fairly skeptical. I think there are three categories of this kind of stuff. There's stuff that is proven not to work, that is just complete garbage. There's stuff that is not proven to work yet, which, I would call alternative medicine. There's no proof that it works. Maybe there's indications that, there's a placebo effect to it. So, okay, it's not hurting anything, but there's some positive effect to it. And then I think that there's things that are proven to work. Now we call that medicine, right? So the things that are proven to work fall into the modern medicine category. The things that are either not yet proven to work or proven not to work are going to fall into really a different category. But what she was talking about were these things that seem to have some beneficial impact, and sort of making a decision to pair those up with modern medicine, I think is a good decision. I think a lot of people take one path or the other, and so I think the decision to sort of blend the two is probably helpful.
Okay, my takeaway is that nothing can replace personalized advice. And once she started talking about how, as an herbalist, she is able to give customized, personalized advice to her clients, and she used examples of actually doing that, not just saying, I spend one-on-one time, like your primary care physician spends one-on-one time, the doctor at the urgent care spends one-on-one time, but they don't give necessarily personalized advice. And obviously, I'm pretty biased when it comes to personalized advice. That's how I make a living. That's what we both do when we're not doing this. I believe in that wholeheartedly, and I think that it's interesting. I'd never thought of how that could apply to medicine or health, and how that could be a big benefit to someone. And even though I had frustrating stories about essentially not getting personalized advice, it didn't occur to me that what I was not getting was the personalized advice that I wanted.
Right.
I thought I was just getting...
You thought it was just bad experience.
I thought I was just getting bad advice.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, well, it's bad advice because it's not for me. It's for generally people who might be sort of somewhat kind of in my situation a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's not for Sanger.
Right.
And pretty much no matter what we're doing, personalized advice is going to be better as long as it's from a trusted source, from an informed source, from an educated, wise expert in that field. It's going to be better than generic advice all the time.
No, that's good. Yeah, I like that.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Decidedly. I hope you learned something. I know I did. If you thought our show was 5-star worthy, please check us out on iTunes and give us a 5-star review. It really helps out a lot, helps people find our community and defeat bad decision making in their own lives. Check us out at decidedlypodcast.com and on Facebook and Instagram at Decidedly Podcast. Until next time, I'm Sanger Smith with Sean Smith. This is Decidedly.
Insights, advice, and comments provided by Sean Smith, Sanger Smith, and speakers identified as part of the Decidedly podcast should not be considered recommendations. Speakers who are not identified as members of Decidedly are expressing their own opinion, and their statements should not be construed as reflecting the views of the Decidedly team. This podcast is produced solely for informational purposes, not personalized advice.